Alright, let's go with more wrestling action from the Montérégion area of Quebec. My name is Jay Walker, and this is the FML. And what a match on hand for you here tonight, folks. The Frissons TV Championship is back on the line in a hardcore match as our newly crowned champion Maria Belmont defends against the Diable en Personne. And next week, we got another banger for you. Four-way action. RD Quick, Johnny Taco, Bray De La Russo, Nathan Wolf, four young uprising stars are going to battle it out together. But let's get to the ring for our introductions. They sound more ready than ever. And of course, they love them some Benny. Referee in charge of the action here tonight. Oh, wait a minute, what's this?
Monsieur, c'est Monsieur Angus McLeod, le maire de Lutteville. Qu'est-ce que je peux faire pour vous, Monsieur Angus?
J'aimerais ça avoir une présentation digne de ce nom pour que je puisse présenter le prochain champion.
Angus
C'est une
McLeod.
bonne question, donc je vais être respectueux.
Angus McLeod, who has been with Diable en Personne as of late.
Veuillez accueillir le maire de Lutteville, Angus McLeod.
Asking for a formal introduction. A bottle of wine at his side. I'm not sure how professional that is. It looks like we're going to hear from Angus McLeod here, looking to make the introduction, as he said, to the future champion, the next Frissons TV champion.
Bonsoir tout le monde. Je me présente Angus McLeod. Importante à présenter ce soir. Il a été 2 fois champion par équipe à la FML. Il a aussi été pendant plus de 365 jours le champion Frisson.tv. Je vous présente votre futur champion Frisson.tv. Le Diable en Personne.
There's your official introduction. There's the man right there. The man challenging for the Frissons TV Championship that he feels is rightfully his. You heard from Angus McLeod, record holder for the days as champion. Of course, he dropped that title to Heavy Rocks, who is the former champion who was just dethroned in a triple threat match involving the Diable en Personne. But of course, the one who walked away with the title is Maria Belmont, defending that title proudly. Is this a toast? Diable en Personne maybe getting a little bit of liquid courage in him, because with that hardcore rules stipulation for the Frissons TV Championship, who knows what's going to unfold here tonight. But we've seen the Diable en Personne in action. His reputation precedes himself. He will do anything and everything to lay claim to the championship. And that's exactly what it's going to take here tonight. Little chant for Maria Belmont. How's about that? There's the new champion, folks. And interestingly enough, no purse coming to the ring. She's got that skateboard wrapped in barbed wire, TFC written on it. Total FML chaos. And that is exactly what's going to be happening here tonight. That is for sure. Maria Belmont prides herself a little bit on being a hardcore wrestler, so that Frissons TV Championship has been on her eye for quite some time, proudly hoisting it above her head as she looks to defend it against perhaps the most dangerous competitor in the FML today, the Diable on Personne. Go championship passed off to the official. He's going to officially present it to both competitors competing here for it tonight. Now hoisting it for all to see. That is what is on the line here tonight, folks. Both competitors ready. I can only imagine what's going to unfold in this chaotic matchup here tonight as we anticipate the ringing of the bell, the official start of this matchup. There it is, and we are underway. Remember, hardcore rules as always when it comes to a Frissons TV Championship matchup. Oh, I thought we were seeing a colorable type. Instead, the Diable Personne spitting some of that wine into the eyes of Maria Belmont, and Diable Personne's plan unfolding to perfection. Now Diable looking to follow up now after taking a pause here. Coming in, watch out. Oh, right across the spine of Maria Belmont. And now a knife edge chop there, immediately going out to the floor. Maria Belmont not going down without a fight here. Oh, but Diable Personne laying waste to the champion here in the opening moments, catching her off guard with that acidic red wine into the eyes. Now we see Diable Personne pulling out some weaponry of choice. Oh, fired hard into the steel ring post, and Maria Belmont got off to a hot start in the opening minutes of this thing. We see a kendo stick, we see a chair coming into the ring already. And we are just getting started, folks. Diable Personne bringing the champion back out to the floor, and watch out, no, onto the chair. Diable Personne very much in control, very comfortable with the hardcore rules behind this matchup. And who's not comfortable is Maria Belmont. You're getting dropped across that chair. Knotting up her back. And now a second chair coming into play already here. Diable Personne getting a little creative here, wedging that chair into the bottom and middle rope. And now kendo stick in hand. Looks like the Diable is going to get in some batting practice here on the champion. Swinging for the fences and missing. In comes Maria Belmont kicking Diable Personne to the midsection. And now, also with that, launching Diable into the chair that he set up. And now it's Maria Belmont. Kendo stick in hand, measuring the challenger, swinging and scoring across the back of Diable Personne multiple times now. That heavy-weighted wooden stick tearing at the flesh of Diable Personne's back. And wait a minute here, Angus McLeod bringing a kendo stick, and that's not just any kendo stick. That one, folks, is wrapped in barbed wire, upping the stakes here. And a duel of the fates perhaps, but I am not looking forward to seeing anyone meeting their maker with Diable Personne's weapon just swiping Maria's kendo stick. And oh! Right to the ribs and to the back now. And again, barbed wire, as you saw it sticking to the shirt of Maria Belmont, and now getting wedged into the spine. Can only imagine what that feels like. Now, thankfully, that dangerous kendo stick disposed of. I say dangerous. All kendo sticks are dangerous. As now, Maria Belmont's life flashing before her eyes. And Diable Personne looking to dispose of the champion early. Oh, devastating backbreaker. And Maria Belmont wincing in pain, clutching her fists. As Your flesh just gets ripped off your body when barbed wire comes into play. And oh, Diable Personne eating the kendo stick to the face there. Still in play though. With the go behind, German suplex, dropping the champion on the back of her head. And now we got to cover here. 1, 2, and no. Maria Belmont able to get the left shoulder up. Now a stop sign now, thanks to Angus McLeod. Being brought in. Oh, across the back. There's no stopping Diable Personne in his conquest of that Frissons TV Championship. He wants it back in his bags at the end of tonight. And will do anything like I mentioned, and we have seen it already. And again, we are just getting started, folks. Ah! Getting swung into the stop sign. And Maria Belmont's energy has shifted. We have seen the fighting spirit beaten out of her here. As the Diable Personne looks, again closing in perhaps on the ending here. No, Maria Belmont countering, getting out of the fireman's carry position. Now that back spinning kick coming off the ropes, patented. Maria offense with that knee to the face. And now looking to follow up here and finish off her challenger, the Diable Personne. Knee strikes to the gut. A full 10. And now winding up and leveling with the lariat. The champion firing back. Continuing to favor her midsection. Uh-oh, looking for a little retribution here. Steel chair driven into the rib cage. And now we've seen Maria Belmont be creative before in these hardcore matchups. She set up that chair. And another chair. And Angus trying to shake off the cobwebs of Diable Personne and wake them up to what's unfolding before their eyes. What is Maria Belmont up to? That skateboard wrapped in barbed wire, draped across those two chairs. Well, whatever she's got planned, it is not going to be pleasant. Oh, that stop sign again. That will drive the wind out of you. And that cold steel isn't too comfortable either. Incoming sliced bread, no! Avoiding contact with the skateboard. Diable Personne with a low drop kick there to take back control of this matchup. Not very well liked is the Diable Personne, and with reason. But you have to admire his efforts. Always a man with a plan. Speaking of plans, what's Angus McLeod doing? Getting a selfie in with Le Diable Personne? Rico, challenger, looking to measure Maria Belmont here. Watch out for that skateboard. No, Maria Belmont. No! Trying to drive each other's faces into the barbed wire. Diable Personne, fireman's carry into the Death Valley driver. Maria Belmont once again down and out, finding the hard way what it takes to retain. The Frissons TV Championship as Diable Personne drives the elbow into the soul of the champion, and she kicks out at the count of 2. Professional wrestling in and of itself is a grueling sport. Once you take away the rules, once you strip away people's morals, and it turns into a hardcore match, the effects, long-term and the short-term, are devastating, are brutal, are career-shortening. And we see Angus McLeod bringing the line back into play here, pouring one out for perhaps the future Frissons TV Championship, getting in a sip. Now Angus getting involved in the matchup here, getting his hands on Maria Belmont. And it looks like Maria Belmont's going to get her own personal taste here of that Merlot. Oh! Instead into the eyes of Angus McLeod. Maria Belmont had it scouted, ducked out of the way in time. She didn't want to feel that a second time. And a low blow, le Diable Personne. And now, dangerously near that skateboard. Oh! The Diable Personne laying as uncomfortably as possible across that barbed wired skateboard as Maria Belmont ascends to the middle rope. What does she have in store here? Double stomp into the barbed wire. And she's not done yet, folks. TFC and the Diable Personne getting a feel of what that is. That barbed wire getting ground into his flesh, and Maria Belmont going for a ride here, showing off her skills and pulling off an ollie. Oh! Sent onto the barbed wire skateboard, hurting herself in the process, but the Diable Personne writhing in pain right now. I can only imagine the damage done to his back. And Maria Belmont now with another plan in mind, but getting stopped. Oh, there's the purse. The purse I mentioned. Patented offense usually carries a large cement brick. And instead, a different plan here in mind. But Le Diable Personne found a hidden treasure, a gag. And not just any gag. That is a spiked ball on that gag. And the damage that could be done, somebody could be impaled here tonight. And Le Diable Personne, that's exactly what he has in mind. The ball in hand, that spiked ball, almost like a mace. Measuring the champion coming in now. No, Maria had it scouted, thankfully. And now trying to wrestle that weapon away. A precarious position for Diable Personne. It is in his mouth, piercing his gums, his mouth, and tapping out. Maria Belmont retains that Frissons TV Championship. Maria Belmont retains in her very first defense of the Frissons TV Championship. Folks, don't forget next week, four-way action. Artie Quick, Johnny Taco, Bray Delarusso, Nathan Wolf. What an amazing matchup that's going to be. But the big story, Maria Belmont is still your Frissons TV champion. What a brutal contest that was. And we've got plenty more action, so make sure you subscribe if you haven't yet to the FML. You better believe Maria Belmont will be back in hardcore action down the line defending that Frissons TV Championship. But until next time, folks, we hope you enjoyed this one. We'll see y'all next time. The bell rings.